Well, hey everyone, and welcome back to Brandermill Local Radio. We are back for another deep dive.
Yeah, great to be here.
Into some really fascinating stuff going on around the community. And, it's easy to think that maybe things slow down a little bit after the holidays and the start of the year, but not so much the case with our local Chesterfield Public Library.
No, not at all.
They are keeping things moving right along with tons of events and programs and really interesting things going on.
Right.
So, we pulled together a few of those highlights from their schedule for the week of Tuesday, April 1st, 2025.
Okay.
And beyond. And thought this would be a great opportunity to really dive in and see what they have going on. Because it's not just about borrowing books anymore, is it?
No, it's really interesting when you think about what the library offers these days. I mean, it's kind of mind-boggling. They're thinking about the community.
Yeah.
In such a broad sense. It's about learning and creating and connecting, and that goes way beyond just the shelves.
Right. So let's dive right into some of the things that they have planned.
Okay.
If you've got young kids in the house, particularly those in grades K through 5, you might be interested in Pollinator Power. And that's happening this Saturday.
This coming Saturday.
April 12th. At the Ettrick-Matoaka Library from 10 to 10:45 a.m.
Okay.
What stands out to you about that one?
Well, I think the partnership with the Children's Museum of Richmond is really interesting.
Okay.
Because that suggests it's going to be a really hands-on, engaging experience for the kids.
Yeah.
And, it's one thing to learn about things, but I think kids especially really benefit from doing and touching and seeing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they get the wildflower seed packets to take home.
Yeah, that's
a great way to kind of extend the learning beyond the event itself and get them directly involved.
Yeah, and it gets them, outside and planting things and thinking about the environment a little bit.
Exactly.
So I love that aspect of it.
Yeah. One thing to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Registration is required for that one.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
So don't just show up.
Yeah.
Make sure you've registered.
Absolutely. And, speaking of hands-on activities.
Yeah.
For the teenagers in your life, those in middle and high school.
Okay.
The Art on Wheels program has a couple of really interesting sessions coming up.
Oh, cool.
This Saturday, April 5th, from 2 to 4:30 p.m. At the Bonaire Library. They can learn to weave a small basket using recyclable materials.
That's pretty neat.
So, it makes you think about how creativity and sustainability can really intersect.
Yeah, it's like 2 for 1.
Yeah.
You're getting the, the creative aspect of it, and then you're also teaching them about, resourcefulness and being environmentally aware and using everyday items to create something new.
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
And what a good message that is to get across, too, right?
Yeah.
And registration is needed for this one, too. So if you've got a teen who loves to do crafts, this would be a good one. And then the artistic opportunities for teens continue later on in April.
Okay.
On Saturday, April 19th, again from 2 to 3:3 p.m. The Chester Library will host Explore Paper Casting.
Oh, interesting.
For the same age group.
Okay.
Registration for this one opens on April 5th, so just keep that date in mind.
Okay.
If it sounds like something your teen might enjoy.
Yeah.
Paper casting. I mean, that's not something
it's not an everyday.
You hear about every day, right?
Yeah, no, not at all.
So that's kind of a neat offering.
It makes you wonder what kind of techniques they'll be teaching.
Right.
Will it be about creating sculptural forms?
Yeah.
Or more about textured surfaces? It's just great that they're offering exposure to so many different kinds of art practice.
And, for those of you out there listening who have a green thumb, or maybe you're aspiring to have one, the Clover Hill Library has a sustainable gardening session this Wednesday, April 2nd, from 11 a.m. to noon. And they're going to cover the basics of creating and looking after a spring flower garden.
Okay.
And it's for all skill levels.
Oh, that's good.
So whether you're a beginner, or you've been doing it for a while, you can probably learn something from this session.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it ties back into that idea of the environmental awareness we were talking about with the Pollinator Power event.
Absolutely.
It's not just about beautifying your own space. It's about contributing to a healthier ecosystem in your own backyard. And, of course, fresh flowers.
Right.
Can really brighten your day.
I sure can.
So yeah, registration is required for that one too.
Okay, so another one where you've got to sign up ahead of time.
Yeah.
Now, if you prefer to connect with authors, but you'd rather do it from the comfort of your own home, the library has got a fantastic lineup of virtual author talks.
Oh, nice.
Coming up tonight, Wednesday, April 2nd at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Jodi Picoult will be speaking.
Oh, wow.
Then on Tuesday, April 8th at 2 p.m., you can hear from Matthew Fleming. And on Thursday, April 24th at 7 p.m., Greg Hergetz will be featured.
Okay.
These virtual events really open up access, don't they?
They really do. It removes all the geographical barriers and allows people to engage with authors that they might not otherwise get a chance to see. I wonder what these talks will focus on.
Right.
Will it be their latest works or, their writing process or maybe even a Q&A? With the audience. They could be so inspiring. For anyone who's interested in reading and writing.
Absolutely. And these talks are a partnership with the Friends of Chesterfield County Public Library.
Oh, nice.
And they do so much to support the library with all their different initiatives. It really highlights how community involvement strengthens
it really does.
these institutions.
The Friends groups often provide crucial funding and volunteer support. That allows the library to offer all these extra programs and resources that they might not otherwise be able to. So it's a really great symbiotic relationship where, community engagement benefits everyone.
Absolutely. Speaking of community events, the Meadowdale Library is hosting a really, really vibrant sounding celebration this Saturday, April 5th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's called Celebrate el Día de los Niños, el Día de los Libros, which translates to Children's Day Book Day Festival. This is a free event, and they're going to have story times, book giveaways, which are always a hit with the kids.
A Panamanian dance performance.
Oh, wow.
Crafts, activities, games, and even a food truck.
Oh, nice.
So that sounds like just a fantastic way to, experience different cultures and encourage literacy.
This really highlights the role of the library as a cultural hub, and I think it's great that they're celebrating El Día de los Niños, es el Día de los Libros, because it's not just about promoting literacy among children. It's also about embracing the diversity within the community. And then including a Panamanian dance performance offers a wonderful opportunity to learn about a different culture through art and movement.
Absolutely.
And then who doesn't love a good book giveaway?
No, they're always fun.
Now, shifting focus just a little bit. The library is also facilitating a hygiene drive for the Chesterfield Mental Health Support Services Department. And that's running from April 14th to 28th. And they are collecting new, unopened hygiene items. Things like soap, shampoo, conditioner, and twin-size sheets at all library locations to support their peer recovery program.
That's great.
So it's a really practical way for the community to kind of offer support.
I love that initiative. Because it shows that they're committed to the overall well-being of the community. It's not just about intellectual and cultural enrichment. They're also thinking about these more basic needs. And it makes you think about the impact even small donations can have on individuals going through challenging times.
Absolutely. And if you're interested in history, there is an exhibit called Give Me Liberty, Virginia and the Forging of a Nation on display at the North Courthouse Road Library through Thursday, May 1st. It delves into Virginia's role in the Revolutionary War. So if you're curious about the origins of our nation, that would be a really interesting one to go check out.
Virginia was such a central location. During that pivotal period. It just makes you wonder what aspects of the revolution they'll be highlighting. And maybe there are some things, that are not so well known that they'll shed some light on.
And sticking with the historical theme, the North Courthouse Road Library will also host a program called VA 250, Forgotten Patriots, Virginia's Black Soldiers in the American Revolution on Thursday, April 10th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. This is geared towards teens and adults, and registration is required. Sounds like a really important opportunity to learn about a less widely known aspect of our history.
I think highlighting the contributions of Black soldiers in the Revolution is so important for a more complete and accurate understanding of the past.
Right,
It raises some interesting questions about who gets remembered in historical narratives and the efforts that are being made to rectify those omissions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Finally, for those of you who enjoy those Lowell events with well-known figures, an evening with Sharon McMahon will be held at the Beulah Recreation Center on Friday, April 25th from 7 to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Now, the event is currently full, but there is a wait list.
Oh, wow.
So it sounds like there's a lot of interest in hearing from her.
There is. She's built such a significant platform through her work on civics and government.
Yeah.
And I think that the fact that it's full with a wait list really speaks to the community's desire to engage with informed perspectives on these
absolutely important topics.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And for those of you looking to support the library in a different way, the Friends are holding their 4th annual golf tournament on Thursday, May 15th at the golf club at the Highlands.
Right.
And that's a fundraiser to help enhance the accessibility of library resources.
That's great.
So it's neat to see all these different community organizations coming together. And
it's a very unique and engaging way to raise funds.
Right.
That's going to directly impact the library's ability to serve everyone in the community.
Right.
Including those with disabilities or specific needs.
Yeah.
So
it's great.
Yeah, it highlights the creative ways people can contribute.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, the Chesterfield Public Library has got a ton going on.
They do.
For more details on any of these programs or to register for them, you can check their website.
At chesterfield.gov library.
All right.
Or give them a call at 804-751-2275.
Okay.
There really is something for everybody.
Yeah.
So we encourage you to explore what sparks your interest.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next time.
Sounds good.
For another deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Okay, bye-bye.